Hey everyone, welcome to the tutorial on problems on operational amplifiers. So, in this tutorial, we are going to solve a few problems on amplifiers. Okay, so it will be something like finding the gain, then finding the feedback resistance, and finding the voltage at the output end. And we will be using different configurations here. So, it will be like summing amplifier or differentiator, integrator or just an inverting type of operational amplifier. So like this, for different types of circuits we will try to solve some questions so that we will get an idea how the problems are asked and how we should approach to the problems. Okay, so let us try to the first problem now. So first one is, for the operational amplifier shown below, determine the output voltage. So they have given an operational amplifier and they are asking to find out output voltage, that is V naught here. Okay. So this is here. So this is the 15 ohm and 5 ohm. The feedback resistance here is 20 ohm, and this is the power supply which is applied to the operational amplifier here. Then V naught is the output voltage, and this is the voltage divider circuit here. So this is like R1 and this is R2, and this is the voltage which is applied to the input there. So this is non-inverting terminal, and this is the inverting type of terminal. So for this one, 30-volt source is applied. Okay, so we are asked to find out the output voltage V naught. So how we can approach, let us see. So apply voltage division. So I am assuming these things here. So this is the voltage which is present across non-inverting terminal, so I will call it as V in plus, and this is the voltage which is present at inverted terminal, so I will call it as V in minus, and this is the node A. So the current flowing through the 15 ohm resistor I have taken as I1, and 20 ohm resistor. So as no current flows through the op amp, so this current is coming up to this point and it should go in this direction, because there is no path for it to come inside the operational amplifier, because due to the golden rule, it says that no current flows into the op amp, and the voltages at both the terminals, that is plus and minus terminals, is equal to each other. So it will try to make the voltages equal on both inverting as well as non-inverting terminals. So those are the two golden rules which we should keep in mind in order to solve the problems. Okay, so first apply voltage division rule to determine V in plus. So I want to determine V in plus, so I will apply voltage division rule here. So what it says, V in plus will be equal to the R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into input voltage. So this is R2 and this is R1 in this case. So R2 is 3 and R1 is 5, and again R2 is 3, into multiplied by the input voltage which is 25 volt here. So when we calculate this one, we will be getting 9.375 as the input voltage which is present across the non-inverting terminal of the operational amplifier here. Okay, that we have got V in plus. Now due to virtual ground effect, as I said, V in plus will be equal to V in minus. That means these two voltages are equal to each other. So V in plus will be equal to V in minus. Now I want to find out the current which is flowing through the 15 ohm resistor here. So what I will do, I will apply again the voltage division rule here. So that is uh, the this voltage minus this voltage divided by this resistance. So Ohm's law I will be applying. So I is equal to V by R. So here is the voltage 30 volt and here is the voltage Vn minus, and divided by the resistance is 15 ohm here. So which will be equal to 30, and Vn minus I know that 9.37 by, because V in minus and V in plus are equal to each other. So 15 ohm as it is. So when we substitute and solve, we will be getting 1.375 as the current which is flowing through this 15 ohm resistor. Until now I have got the current flowing through the 15 ohm resistor, that is I1, as 1.375. So I need to find I2, then only I will be able to find the output voltage, that is V0 here. So I want to find out I2 here. So what I will do, apply KCL at node A. So KCL says that if this is some junction, then amount of current entering this junction will be equal to the amount of current leaving the junction. So you can take a example of a traffic light here. So number of vehicles which are coming on the road will be equal to the number of vehicles going on the other side of the road, because at the junction the net traffic will be equal to 0. So The same law is applied in case of electrical networks. So if this is some junction point, then amount of current which will be entering this junction will be equal to the amount of current leaving that junction. So current entering will be taken as positive, whereas the current leaving that junction will be taken as negative. So I can write, consider this point here, A. I1 is the current which is entering, so I will take it as positive, and the current which is leaving this junction is I2, so I will take it as negative. So there's summation will be equal to 0. So I1 minus I2 will be equal to 0 here. Then I can write I1 equal to I2, because this is the current which is entering and only one current is leaving. So of course they will be equal to each other, and there is no other path for the current to flow. Now using KVL, sorry, this should be KVL, not KCL. So Kirchhoff's voltage law. So what I will do, I will try to find out V0. So what I will do, I will again apply the voltage law here. So V in minus V0 divided by resistance, that is V in minus V0 divided by 20, that is resistance is equal to current. So I equal to V by R formula. So this relation I know now. Then I can write V in minus V0 equal to I2 into 20, and then when you further solve for it, V0, then we will be getting V in minus I2 into 20. So plug in the values of V in minus and I2, then we will be getting minus 18.125 as the output voltage. So this negative sign, guys, it is due to the fact that we have applied the input to an inverting terminal. So it indicates that the output and input will be out of phase with respect to each other by 180 degrees. So if it is positive, the input is positive, then the output will going to be negative. And in reverse case, if you apply a negative voltage itself, then the output is going to be positive. So this signifies the output is out of phase with respect to 180 degree by the input, and this is the output. That's it. So like this we can solve the problems on the op amp. Okay, moving further in our tutorial, so we are having second problem here. So that is, determine the output voltage for following summing amplifier. So in this circuit, they have given a summing amplifier. So this is the summing amplifier for which two input voltages are applied. So these are V1 equal to 4 volt and V2 equal to 7 volt, and this is the feedback resistance which is of value 10 ohm, and these are the input resistances 8 ohm and 10 ohm respectively, applied to limit the amount of current which is flowing through the op amp. So I will just mark some voltages here. So as the non-inverting terminal is held to 0 again here, so the voltage at this point will be equal to 0. So V plus will be equal to 0, and due to the virtual ground effect, so I am repeating this sentence, guys. If you are solving some problems on operational amplifier, then please keep in mind two golden rules. That is, no current flows in and out of the operational amplifier, and the operational amplifier always try to keep the voltages at both the terminals, that is inverting and non-inverting terminals, equal to each other. So if I am having voltage of 5 volt here, then by doing this feedback calculation, it will try to make the voltage at the other end also 5 volt. So these two rules please keep in mind, they will help lot for us to solve the problems. So let us move ahead. So this is the current which is entering to the junction A, and this is the current leaving, that is IF. So as this is the feedback current, I am taking as it is a IF. Okay, so we need to determine the output voltage again here. So we need to find out the V0. So same, apply the KCL at node A first, then apply the KCL node A, then it says that current entering is equal to current leaving. So I will take it as I minus IF equal to 0. Then it will say that I is equal to IF, that is the current leaving entering here is equal to the current leaving in this side. Okay, so now I got I equal to IF. Then to find I, so I want to really find out the I first, then only I can find out the IF and V0. Okay, so how I can find out I? So I is the current which is the addition of two currents, that is I1 and I2. So here are the two currents which are entering, and they are summing up together to make the I. So first I need to find out I1 and I2. So how I can find out I1 here? So apply Ohm's law, simple. That is I equal to V by R. So voltage here is the V1 and resistance is 8 ohm. For first case 4 by 8, which will be equal to half. That is 0.5 ampere is the current, that is I1. And in case of second current, the voltage which is present is V2 and the resistance is 10. So 7 by 10 will be equal to 0.7 ampere. So now I have got the two resistances, two currents, that is I1 and I2. Now add up together, which will give you the total current which is entering the node A, that is 1.2 ampere. Okay, so IF will be equal to 1.2 because I is equal to IF. Due to that relation, I can treat the IF equal to 1.2 ampere. Okay, so now this is the time to find out the output voltage V0. So how I can do? Again, apply the same voltage law, that is the voltage at this point minus voltage at this point divided by this resistance will be equal to the current flowing. Okay, so if some resistance is there and here is the voltage V1 and voltage V2 and this is the current I, then it says that V1 minus V2 divided by R will be equal to the I. So this law very important, guys, we are applying everywhere. In case of op amp, we use every time this law, so please keep in mind this one. So apply the same here, that is V minus minus V naught divided by 10 is equal to IF. So I can write V minus minus V naught equal to IF into 10, then solve for V naught here. So V minus minus into IF into 10. So V minus here is 0 because due to the virtual ground effect. Okay, so IF is the value of the forward current, that is 0.7. So into 10. Okay, so oh no, so I have done a mistake, guys, here. So IF value I have got it as 1.2 here, and this should be multiplied with 10. So this is the value. So 2.0, then 10, then 12. That is 12.0 will be the output voltage for this one. So I have multiplied directly by 0.7, that is I2 value. Sorry for that one. So 12 into 10 will be the 1.2 into 10 will be the output for this one. So like this, the method is same. You just I have done a mistake in plugging in the value. So this will be the output voltage for the operational amplifier in this figure. Okay. Alright, so moving on to the next problem in our tutorial, that is third one. The problem here is given, the circuit below shows ideal operational amplifier. So determine the value of feedback resistor RF to obtain the gain of 10. So what they have asked is, we have to obtain the resistance RF value, and they have given the value that, so the circuit consists of the input voltage here is Vi and the input resistance is 2 kilo ohm, and resistance of 1 kilo ohm is connected in parallel with that one. So this forms the voltage divider circuit here. So this will be the input voltage that is at the non-inverting terminal, and the inverting terminal is taken a feedback. So here is the feedback resistance, and again this forms the voltage divider circuit producing an equivalent voltage here. So this is the current which is flowing from ground, so output to the ground here. So the current IF will be coming up to this point. As no current flows into the operational amplifier, it has to go to the ground. So the current will come like this and follow this path. So this is the path which is followed by the current here. Okay, so I need to find out the feedback resistance. Then I have to find the voltage across this one. Okay, so how we're gonna deal with this problem is, first we will try to find out the voltage at this point, that is V plus, because we know the input voltage and we know the resistances. So when we find out the resistance at this point, we are going to get this voltage because these two voltages are equal to each other. So now I know this voltage, then I can find out this current. Okay, so then when I know this current, I can find out the voltage across this one. So when we know voltage across this one, I can find out the resistance RF. So first try to find out the V plus, that is the voltage at non-inverting terminal of the operational amplifier. So how I can do? Again, as I have said in my previous problem, so apply the voltage divider rule here. So that is R1 divided by R1 plus R2. So this is R1 and this is R2. So apply here. So 1 divided by 1 plus 2 into input voltage Vi. So it will be equal to 1 by 3 Vi. So by second golden rule of operational amplifier, that is virtual ground effect, I can write V plus equal to V minus, that is voltage at this point will be equal to each other, so which will be equal to 1/3 of Vi. So this we can take here. Now to find out the current I which is flowing through the 4 kilo ohm resistance, so I need to find out this resistance which is flowing to the ground here. So how I can find out? I equal to V by R formula. So voltage at this point is V minus, and this voltage is 0 here. So I could have written like this also. So this is minus 0. So voltage at this point minus voltage at this point divided by 4 kilo ohm. So V minus 0 divided by 4K. So this is 4K, guys. And V minus, we know that 1 by 3 Vi. So 1 by 3 Vi and 4K as it is. But we know the fact that op-amp terminal draws no current, so IF will be equal to IS. So here is the concept. So we know that there is no current which is flowing inside this operational amplifier. So whatever current which is coming, it will be equal to the current which is leaving this junction to downward. So IF will be equal to I here, because no current is flowing in upward direction. So that only I have written here. So IF will be equal to I, and take it as equation A. So we know that gain is equal to 10 because it is given in problem. So V0 will be equal to the 10 into Vi. So gain indicates the scaling factor for the input. So I can write, if I know gain, output will be equal to the 10 types of input. So using equation A, I can write. So IF I can write. So IF I can write it as V0 minus this voltage, that is V minus. So this is the one point and this is the second point. So V0 minus V minus divided by RF will be equal to the IF here. So that is the resistance. Okay, so V0 minus V minus divided by RF will be equal to I here. So I have already found out 1 by 3 into Vi divided by 4K. Okay, so V0 is equal to 10 Vi. Just substitute this one here. So V0 is 10 Vi and V minus is 1 by 3 Vi. So I have already find out V minus equal to 1 by 3 Vi. So just substitute for V0 and V minus, then solve for the RF. Okay, so V 10 Vi minus 1 by 3 Vi. Take Vi common, and here also Vi take common. Then these Vi's will get cancel here. Okay, so then take LCM. 10 into 330 minus 129 by 3, then RF 1 by 3 divided by 4K. So we will be left with 29 by 3 by 1 by 3, which will be equal to RF by 4K. So when we take again the division, then 3 will get cancelled. So RF will be equal to 29 into 4K, so which will be equal to 116 kilo ohm. So this is the value of feedback resistance which we should use in the circuit in order to get the gain as equal to 10. So we come to know from this problem that the output gain will be depending on the feedback resistance here. So this is how we can solve the problems for gain. Alright guys, so this is the fourth type of problem which is we'll be solving in our tutorial. So let us see what is the problem. So the determine the voltage gain for the following operational amplifier circuit. So they want to find out the voltage gain. So it is basically output voltage by input voltage. So they want to find out the V0 by V in ratio here. So this will be equal to what? So this is the problem, and the given data is, so feedback resistance is equal to 1 mega ohm and the input resistance is 50 ohm. So here the non-inverting terminal, again it is tied to the ground, so V plus will be equal to 0, and due to the virtual ground effect V minus will be equal to 0. So the current which is flowing through 50 ohm, I have taken it as I1, and the current which is flowing through the feedback resistance, I have taken it as I2. So this is the junction which is denoted as A here. So apply the same. So I have already said V minus will be equal to V plus, and if you can read, if you want more information, then you can read these lines. So I will be skipping because I have already told. So apply KCL to node A. So guys, keep in mind, any problem or any issue with op-amp, we can solve by just applying the KCL at this node and just remembering those two golden rules here. Okay, so I1 minus I2 will be equal to 0, and which implies I1 will be equal to I2, and just apply the voltage law here. So that says V in minus V minus divided by 50 will be equal to the I2 current, that is V0 minus V minus, that is V minus minus V0 divided by RF. So this voltage minus this voltage will be equal to the this voltage, that is saying basically. So I can write V in minus, so V in minus of V minus is 0 here because due to virtual ground effect. So resistance here is 50 ohm, so I will put 50 here. Then V minus is again 0 minus V0 by 1 mega ohm, so that is 1 into 10 to the power 6. So I can write V in equal to minus V naught into 50 by 1 to into 10 to the power 6. So V in and V naught, I have here in this term I have V naught and V in. So just try to uh, take these two terms to the one side so that we can get V naught by V in. So when we take them to the one side, we will be left with 1 into 10 to the power 6 by 15. So which will be equal to 20,000 years. So this is the gain, but guys, practically only the gain will be in the range of 100 or 200. So there will be no gain like 1 billion or 1 trillion. So this is not a practical gain here. So this is just an theoretical answer. Moving on, this is the further and last problem of our discussion. So that is, for the circuit below, input voltage V1 equal to 10 sin 200t and V2 equal to 15 sin 200t. Determine the output voltages. So this is the summer circuit as well as the integrator. So we have a capacitor here. So capacitor value is 2 microfarad and R1 is 0.75 mega ohm, R2 is 0.5 mega ohm, and V1 V2 are the input voltages. So I1, I2 the current in the two resistance, and I is the total current, and IF is the feedback current. So due to virtual ground effect, as usual, V plus and V minus are equal to 0. So apply KCL, I1 plus I2 will be equal to IF here. So current are expressed in terms of voltage here. So V2 minus V minus by R2 plus V1 minus V minus by R1 minus V minus minus V naught, that is V minus minus V naught by XC. So the resistance of capacitor is reactance, that is Xc denoted by Xc. So I have taken Xc which is equal to 0. So just substitute V minus equal to 0. Then we will be left with V2 by R2 plus V1 by R1 plus V naught by Xc is 1 by j omega c. So Xc is 1 by j omega c here. So V2 by R2 plus V1 by R1 plus, so j omega c will go on the upper nominator side. So V naught into j omega c equal to 0 will be getting. Okay, so I can write V2 by R2 plus V1 by R1 equal to minus j omega c into V naught. So I have taken it on the right hand side now. So I can write from this equation for V naught. So V naught will be equal to minus into V2 by j omega c get multiplied with the denominator. So minus V2 by j omega c into R2 minus V1 by j omega c into R1 here. So this we know that sine 200t. So sine 200t can be written as cos 200t minus 90 degrees. So which will be one angle of 90 degree, and this will be equal to minus j here. So this relation we know from our trigonometry. Then given omega is equal to 200, so problem itself given as sine 10 sine of 200t. So 200 here is the value of omega, and 15 sine of 200. So 200 gives the angular frequency denoted by omega. So just plug in the values for all those things, that is omega c and R2, V2 and V1, and we will be getting the output here. So just plug in the values. So V2 is equal to minus j15. So because sine 100, so this term is equal to minus j. So in this also minus j. So minus j into 15 is minus j15, and minus j into 10 will be equal to minus j here. So that is V2 and V1 values, and just plug in other values. J and omega is equal to 200 r, and just plug in, when you plug in the values and further simplify, we will be left with 3 by 40 plus 1 by 30. So this is equal to cos 200t. So this is the output voltage for an integrator circuit. I hope you like this tutorial. Please guys, if you are new to the channel, subscribe the channel, and kindly please guys hit the like button if you have found the content little bit useful. Thank you, thanks for watching.